here with Mark Maritato. He's the Environmental Health and Safety Specialist here at Ecomaine. We're going to be talking to him about the company's newly acquired Nissan LEAF. So first, Mark, how did you know that an all-electric vehicle would work for you?
We at Ecomaine, because we generate electricity from trash, we wanted to have a vehicle that ran exclusively off of electricity, so that we were in the market for, an affordable model, and of course the Nissan LEAF is what we ended up with.
And were you given the opportunity to test drive out a Nissan LEAF prior to this grant? And if so, why did you choose an all-electric vehicle?
We were, through the generosity of GP Cog. They lent us a vehicle for nearly a week in late winter, early spring, and so we put it through its paces, and it really proved to be a very effective vehicle, and we ended up choosing an all-electric vehicle in the end.
Was price a key factor in your ultimate selection process?
It was, definitely. We're a not-for-profit, and so our board of directors pays attention to these things, and so we had to find something that was in our price range, and with the municipal lease that Nissan had to offer, and one that we chose, it was the most affordable.
Was flexibility in the lease period important to your selection process?
It definitely was. We ended up electing to take a 2-year lease, and the reason being we believe the technology is going to advance in the next couple of years, so that we didn't want to get locked into a longer term lease. So a 2-year lease was something we were looking for, and what we succeeded in getting.
Will Ecomaine have a charging station available for community and/or employee use?
We are presently in the process of receiving bids for installing a dual level 2 charging station. Obviously, one of the chargers will be dedicated for our vehicle to charge, but there'll be a spare, and for visitors and board of directors members that have to plug in, it's open for all use.
Would you have moved forward with an electric vehicle if you had not been awarded a CMP grant?
Most definitely not. As I mentioned, being a not-for-profit, there's not a lot of extra money available for these kind of very cool adventures, and so this made it possible.
Tell us a little bit about your favorite features of the vehicle, and also what surprised you about this EV.
It is amazingly peppy. It's a very, very quiet vehicle, and I think of all the features, the quietness and the maneuverability were probably the 2 best features from my point of view.
And lastly, to wrap up, how do you intend to use the vehicle here at Ecomaine?
We'll be using it primarily for office staff to do daily, typical bank runs, that sort of thing, but also for public outreach. We have an environmental educator. He goes to the schools. A number of us go out to various events, and so we'll be using that as part of our outreach mission.
All right, great. Thank you so much.
Thank you.